subscribe, Samantha Dawn on YouTube, doing a live on cleaning the apartment. So I'm going to be walking around and cleaning the apartment. And I am going to be talking about cleaning products. I'm going to be talking about a few things that I'll be doing next on the vlog, which will be like a bacterial haul. So it'll be like a haul where I go to the department store and buy cleaning products. I'll also be doing another one for toothpaste, and I'll buy like maybe 5 different brands of toothpaste and mouthwash or something, and I'll do like a bacterial haul. So it'll be like toothpaste, like dental hygiene video, and a video for cleaning the house, like buying like products and stuff that I'll share on the vlog or the lives. So right now I'm just going to be walking around. Hi to whoever's watching. I'm just going to be walking around the apartment cleaning the whole house. First, I'm just going to rinse and wipe the house down and dust the house. And then I'm going to clean the house. So I'll be doing stage 5 cleaning, or like maybe I'll narrow it down to like stage 3. So you'll be cleaning in stages or in segments. Well, there won't be segments, it'll just be alive. So it could be like, like first I'll just sort of like go over things lightly and get rid of like the bacteria. And then I'll go over them with a harsh chemical, topical cleaning product. And then I'll go over it a third time and make sure that like there's no more dust from the whole process. It'll be just like a cleaning, a completion stage. Every cleaner does theirs differently, but there are stages to cleaning. That's why they've got different types of cleaning products. Usually I start with the places I know that will build up with the worst places. I'll start cleaning, and then I usually go and vacuum and mop last, so that I don't leave behind any bacteria, because that's how the house accumulates mold. Because as soon as you start lifting up really dirty houses, it can start attacking you and your immune system. And that's why, guys, I'm going to do a live for you guys. After I've done the cleaning, I'll go over like dental hygiene and like autoimmunity and vitamins and anything that you guys can think of, like vitamins, dental hygiene, vitamins, and what was the other thing? Cleaning products. So I have to go to the store and get a whole bunch of cleaning products for you guys. I've also got a cat in the house. This is a 1-bedroom apartment on the 2nd floor out of 3. So it goes 1, 2, 3, and there's a whole row of apartments. So right now my bed needs to be changed. All the blankets are clean, but I need to wash my sheets. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do. It might be boring, but it's good to watch, you guys. So you've got like, so outside I've got the deck out. This is where my cat uses the bathroom outside, but it's not clean. I need to clean it. So going to that last, and then I'll probably scrub the deck with a cleaning product. I don't know what I'll use. Maybe just some hot soapy water. Thank you. But anyway, the carpets need to be cleaned. So my cat has thrown up on the floor because she's unhappy. So I'll clean up after the cat. The vacuum cleaner needs to be emptied. So the vacuum cleaner needs to be emptied. This is all the laundry here. So this is all the laundry that needs to be cleaned. The laundry is just there. Can you see the laundry there? I've got a whole bunch of towels, face cloths, towels from the bathroom, from the kitchen. So all the towels. So yeah, this is the deck. And it goes like this all the way around. This is the living room and the kitchen. And that's the bedroom there. Like in a circle, there you go, one bedroom. So that's the bedroom. The bedroom, I have clothing everywhere. That's a lot, I know. It's a lot, I know. And so this is the nothing is a lot. Always enjoy what you do, one bag at a time. Yeah, so I've got like all these clothes. The room doesn't smell so good right now because of the cat. And because of the deck, because the cat goes to the toilet on the deck, so it needs to be cleaned. But like there's heaps of clothing to tidy up. My cat has been sick on the carpet, so I need to like clean the carpet with carpet cleaner. And there's a door right there that leads out to the deck. So there's the door there. And that was the deck that you saw in the lounge, which is, so there's a door there, but then the rest of the deck's here, and that's my bed, and there's a window over there. I usually leave the door open constantly. It's always open 24/7 because I'm on the second floor, but there are people who can climb up and down and get in and out of the house whenever they like. I don't know whether to like lock the door and keep the litter box inside or what to do with the cat. What do you guys think? Do you think that it's safe to leave the door open 24/7 where people can get in and out? Or do you think that I need to leave it open in case I have like a heart attack or a stroke? People might need to access my apartment. If not, possibly the landlord has a key to the front door, so I should be okay. But I'm worried because I saw one of the neighbors climbing up one of the balconies and breaking into one of the balconies. So, and I don't know why they were doing that. Perhaps they lost their keys or their parents left the door open for them. They're not entering the house and they're not using proper behavior. So I'm really stressed at the moment and I look like shit, but I don't normally look like this because you guys have seen my other vlogs. I'm challenging small YouTubers, and if you want to get to 100k at the end of the month, I'll give you a $100 donation every day. That's so funny. Obviously that's not true, but it would be good if it was true, because it's possible on YouTube. You guys know that it's possible to make $100 a day. Once you get registered, you could actually make $100 a day, but it depends on the YouTube channel. I don't think I would make $100 a day. I might still make some money, maybe $100 a week. It really depends. So, yeah, so I'm going to clean everything. My friends are messaging me at the moment asking me what I'm up to. So I'm meeting new friends all the time. Just had coffee with one of my best friends. Well, she's a new friend, but she's incredible. Um, okay, so how do you relax after a long day? I sit down on the couch and relax after a long day. I can't fill this out for some reason, but I'll put it on the Q&A because it sounds like a really good question. How do you relax after a long day? Have I got the right to comment, or can I just voice my opinion? My opinion is this is what I do. I will. By the way, I'm just taking my immunity drink for healthy digestive tract because I need to cleanse my gut. And then we'll usually have a cup of tea to relax at the end of the day. I'll have a cup of tea or a hot chocolate, or maybe I will have a smoothie or a can of Coke. Maybe I will even have a shower, like a hot shower. I put my pajamas on and have a cup of tea at the end of the day to relax. If I'm not doing that, I'll probably just start doing something to distract myself around the house. Like, what have I got? Some people like getting home and cooking and eating and showering. I've got like, I don't know, not a lot to share right now. I can't remember what else I usually do. Oh, I like pet the cat. Like I hang out with the cat as well. I wish I could write this all down for you guys. What do you guys do? Hi. Why don't you guys type in some messages or what you do after a long day to help you relax? How you relax after a long day. What do you guys do? So anyway, this is the kitchen. That's the bathroom. I'll upload the live. Guys, I'll upload the live video after after the live's finished. I'll upload the video to the YouTube channel so you can see. There we go. The laundry has just gone. So what am I looking to do now? So the bathroom is still in the process of being cleaned. I basically cleaned it, but it needs more cleaning. I've cleaned the shower, I've cleaned the toilet, I've cleaned the bathroom. You know, I'm just taking out any hand towels and rags and maybe I'll clean the refrigerator. All the flies are attracted to the flies that gather in the apartment and the insects that gather in your apartment, by the way. They'll gather in the most dirtiest spots, and then you'll go over the spots and clean them, and they'll just start, the flies will start landing on all the healthy spots after you've cleaned them, which means you're still spreading germs by letting the flies exist. So if you've got somebody in your life that absolutely hates your guts and that they let the house get real dirty, it's because they either hate themselves or they hate you or they hate their visitors. So they'll just try to kill their visitors. Do you know what I mean? That's what autoimmune diseases do to people. It kills people. I know that. I can read. But like, not everyone can. I don't know what information everybody has, and that's the thing, is that you don't know what information people have, so you don't know who to listen to, because people are sick. And my bathroom needs extra cleaning. Like, I've got this super strength bathroom cleaner that I bought, which is really strong. Like, if you drink that, you'll vomit. You've got to put that away. It will kill all your bacteria if you drink this. So just be aware that you're paranoid already. Start to spray the whole entire bathroom with bleach or super strength cleaner. Is probably the best way to do it. Also, the vents need to be cleaned and wiped down regularly because the vents spread bacteria. Sometimes people think their bacteria is really strong and they can sometimes overclean the environment, but when the walls and stuff start to turn orange or a dark colour, that's when you know you've gone too far with allowing the bathroom to become unclean. So, sorry to burst all your bubbles and stuff, guys, but that's what it's like being a cleaner. Being a cleaner is not the most fun, exciting thing in the world. And a lot of people just want to have fun and they don't like cleaning. But guys, you have to clean the apartment. Don't let anybody slow you down. These apartments have to be cleaned fortnightly or weekly at least. So, yeah, hopefully the process will be really forgiving for you. If not, I mean, I wouldn't go outside and breathe all over the environment because, you know, you might not be healthy enough to do that. Just because everybody else is retired, it doesn't mean it's your party. So, don't expect your girlfriend to do everything for you as well. She's recovering. Most mothers that go through the hospital, they have to have everything sanitized. They have to have injections and they have to have their autoimmunities checked. So just if you're the partner, the husband, the male, and you're like working and stuff, you have to sanitize. You have to use hand sanitizer. Wash your hands every day when you get home. Just make sure that she's cleaning the house. If you cannot figure out how to do that, I would just say don't move in with a female. If you're one of those types of people who cannot handle life skills like this and partnership, I would just say you need to stop looking around for girls. Okay, so yeah, I'm just looking outside, cleaning the apartment. Animals are actually supposed to be really clean, but like my apartment is so dirty right now because of the cat. So I'm in no position to judge. So I just want to make a point of the fact that I am cleaning because I want to remain healthy. Because at the end of the day, I have an autoimmune system that I need to defend and appreciate and look after and educate other people as well and your friends and say that if your friends need to go and get their immunities tested and their bloods tested and things like that. And people like just don't take that seriously, and that's why everyone's getting sick. It's like, oh, should we just die off? Should we just get sick? I don't think it's a good idea, but people do it. So just make sure if you've got animals in the house as well, that the animals have had their shots, they've been to the vets, put it on the tab and pay it off over time. If you can't afford to or you don't want to pay it, just talk about it. Get the dogs immunised or get them looked at by a vet. Make sure that you're washing the blankets or somebody at home's washing the blankets before you take the dogs out for a walk. Just make sure that you've got, if you are going to be a responsible dog owner, it just means that you have to be, unfortunately, you have to become OCD. Nobody listens though. I've been to several houses where people have dogs, and do you think anybody listens? Do you think anybody actually keeps the environments clean anymore? If you have a person in your life that looks autoimmune compromised, or like they're not looking after themselves or the environment, guys, I would split. Just clean up until that person's ready and then come back a couple of weeks later. Okay, that's why we have lockdown and nurses and hospitals and doctors and things like that. Other people actually want to look after themselves and their environments. So, yeah, do you know what I mean? I meet people all the time, go to their houses, and I think, wow, this house is really clean. Your house is so clean, but like, what have you been doing? Like, what have you been up to? Have you had your flu jabs, or did you choose not to? Like, did you go to the do you trust your doctors to give you the flu jab? Because I know if you don't go to the doctor for anything and you don't think about your health and well-being and who you're having sex with and what kind of behaviours you're doing, then you're not going to be thinking about anyone really. You're just going to be a bloody murderer. So you could be walking around thinking you're healthy and your behaviour is really good and you're really good, but you're not really good, are you? Because you're not keeping the house clean, you're not looking after the dogs and bathing the dogs. You need to give the dogs a bath or the cats a bath. You need to make the most of your weekends. I mean, it's a waste of time you guys going out, unless you're already that suicidal, but it's a waste of time you guys going out, four-wheel driving and shit like that. Don't go out four-wheel driving unless you're planning to fucking drive yourself off a cliff because you can't handle all these responsibilities. And I know that I'm one of them. I know that I'm constantly having to take breaks and check on my well-being. I've got nobody else here to check on myself. But if you're autoimmune, if you've got like an autoimmune that's compromised, you might not be able to. You might not be able to live with everyone. So it's just a matter of, like, maybe you need to hire a cleaner or a friend that needs the money. Have you got a friend that needs cash to clean the house? Do you know if you guys can keep the house clean? Do you know if you guys, perhaps you need like, if your wife's recovering, perhaps you guys need to hire somebody to clean the house. well, how we grew up is we had to give the dog a bath every weekend. All the kids had to chip in and help clean the animals, and we had to wash the animal bowls and refill the animal bowls. We had to get injections. My whole life I've had to get injections for my autoimmune disease. Well, we say that because if my parents didn't tell me that I had an autoimmune disease and they suddenly had a car accident and passed away, they would probably not be around to look after me, and I'd forget that I had an autoimmune that's why people have to take supplements and stuff all the time. Everyone's on supplements, everyone's having to get their autoimmunities tested. It's not made up. Like, it's not a belief system, it's a real thing, it's a reality. Part of being human is that you're not invisible. Nobody's invisible. I can see you. You can see me. So why aren't you listening? Do you know what I mean? If you don't want to listen and you hate your life, I honestly think that you should probably avoid going out, to be honest. Just stay home. Don't even get a job. Don't get any animals. Stop looking for girlfriends. Or just go and stay away from people. Find somewhere to live. Perhaps your mate's garage. I'm talking to men because all the women are starting to blame men, and apparently a lot of women are being targeted as healthy carriers, like healthy entities that carry, but men are supposed to be seen as sterile people, but like at this point in time it's a little bit hard to judge anyone. So you could look really unhealthy, but you could still not have it. You might not carry any diseases. Dogs, pets are actually better. People with like that don't mind spending money on their animals and stuff are keeping their animals healthier than they keep them and their children, because there's like vitamins and minerals and all this crap in their dog food. So sometimes hanging out with like a mate and their dog seems a lot better. Seems a lot better to me, hanging out with a mate and their dog. Because you know their dog's been to the vet, you know that their dog's got all their immunizations, and you know that they're feeding the dog better quality food than you would literally feed yourself. Because I know that with us, we tend to go to drive-thrus and get McDonald's. And you see it, it's on the adverts, it's the typical behaviour. It's not just the Happy Wheat advert, guys. It's actually showing you guys for who you are. It's actually showing you in your true colours. So you look at the girl in the advert, she's hanging out with all those guys and they're driving their utes around and stuff. And it's just for your awareness. It's just for your awareness that McDonald's and places like that, it's hard to get jobs there because it's not exactly a healthy environment. Have you seen the people working there? And have you seen the floors and shit at McDonald's? It's like, I don't know, are we on a suicide mission, or what are we trying to do? Like, what's the goal here? Is any of them healthy or what? I mean, I don't know if they should be out doing that unless they're planning to like drive themselves off a cliff. Like, how healthy are you? Gunpoint question. Because there's still people that are autoimmune compromised, that haven't been looking after themselves for a really long time now because they've been stressed, violated, they go without things that they need. They're too scared to go to the doctors and the chemist and pick up their chemist stuff. They're they're scared out of their like blinking minds because well, all the chemists have changed. I know that I got really upset and unhappy when I started to feel autoimmune compromised when I'd see like an Asian working at the supermarket behind the desk with a mask on. I felt like I was starting to feel out of my mind a bit, and I switched to another supermarket where I could see the people that were working there. So it's not a racist thing, guys. I'm just not sure what we're ready for, guys. So it's not about sex. It's not about trying to find someone. It's about becoming the healthiest version of you. We're going to let the cat back in because she wants to come in. She can smell all the chemicals and stuff. Sorry the camera's not panning around with me because it's not one of those security cameras. It's not like I'm doing security footage. I'm just doing an autoimmunity cleanse in my body and in the apartment, which I know it's weird. I'm single, I'm 37, and I don't have any kids, and I come from New Zealand, and all my heritage is here as well for multiple generations. Nobody's listening, but multiple generations. So I'm white, European, Pākehā, and that's what I am. So I cannot change that. And my goals and my aspirations are always being approached. I've been working for the last 20 years. I've had one long-term relationship that lasted 8 years. That was when I turned 19. I met him when I was 7 years old in primary school, so we've known each other all of our lives, almost. And so I know who he is. And yep, that's good. He seems like a really healthy character and he's really nice. So pretty much no regrets there. Even though we came depressed, but we had all these things and stuff that we still like were so young at the time, and it's like school was crazy. I absolutely hated it. I hated school. I thought it was so fucking traumatizing. I wouldn't say on a scale of 1 to 5 it was a 5, but I would say on a scale of 1 to 5, going to high school was probably a 1 or a 2. Probably a 1. If I could do maybe half a point, then maybe I would. I'd give it a 0.5 for high school. For high school, I shouldn't be wasting my time rating my experience because I'm already 37 years old and apparently we only live till we're like 100 years old or something, eh? Not even that. A lot of people aren't even living past the age of 70 these days. A lot of people have been passing away at 55 because unfortunately they were autoimmune compromised, they had accidents, they freakishly died, they were not responsible or could not fight to keep themselves safe. They chose to do really irrational things that made them get sick and unhealthy. So that's just normal human behaviour. It looks like the windows are clean for the most part. I've got to go over the curtains and wipe down all the cat hair. For the most part, the cat is clean because she cleans herself. Do you guys know anything about cats? Do cats clean themselves? Do cats have good bacteria? I'm hoping that the food she eats is processed and sterilized. I'm really not sure how healthy my cat is, but I'm thinking of feeding her some milk products. So what does it say? Hi, 67. What is 67? Oh, you're giving me your rating for something, eh? Hi. I don't know. Yes. Sleep. Said hi. T. Rye. Farah Palmer. 67. Enzed chick. NZ chick. 67. NZ chick 6 dot 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 7. NZ chick said hi. HY you from. What's 67? What does 67 mean? Sophia Parker said yes. Well, I can't remember what we're talking about, but once I upload the video after I finish the live, I can have a look back through the live and go, oh, okay, that's what they meant. As long as you're not threatening me or the YouTube channel, because I would have to call the police and they would have to come to my apartment. But a lot of the times the police don't come to the apartment and I don't know why. It could be because there's criminal activities here, or because people bring drugs to the house, or not my house, but just in general, I don't know what people are doing. So you're from India. But anyway, this is just a YouTube channel. It's just me trying to help. Trying to help you guys again. Because I've had my injections, my COVID injections. I've had all of them. I've had my sexual health tested as well. I do that regularly. I pass every single time. I've also had, what else have I had? So whenever I go to work, I have to wear gloves, a mask, an apron, and I have to wear clean shoes, and I have to make sure my shoes are clean. And I have to make sure that whoever I'm looking after knows that I'm participating, okay? Because they can forget. The elderly, they forget if they become too relaxed. So you've got to relax though, don't we? Or else how are our bodies supposed to cope with immunities? So I'm just doing like, this is a body, this is like a body, I kind of feel like doing a haul on healthy bacteria and healthy vitamins for the body to keep the body healthy. But like I said, most people die pretty early, and this is usually of natural causes. Some people die because they have diseases. Some people die because they have accidents. Some people just die because it's time for them to die. But I don't want to talk about that because it scares people and it upsets people, and it even upsets me too, because it's not something we're supposed to think about, what happens to our bodies when we die. It's not something we're supposed to think about, our bodies decomposing, but apparently that's what happens. It makes you feel absolutely sick to your mind, because violence is wrong. Crime is wrong. Anybody that accepts crime and violence, they are dangerous people. And there are dangerous people out there. And I think that under no conditions is violence even... Violence is not the answer, and it never really has been and never should have been the answer. But there are violent people out there, and there's violent people constantly circling these apartments that I live in. These rapists that live here, criminally convicted people that live here. Um, Somebody broke into my car, and that's still violence. That's still a violent offense to my vehicle. So violence isn't just one human being hitting or hurting another human being. Violence can be someone that um, hits an innocent person, an innocent animal, like a domesticated situation where there's so you're domesticated, but then you start lashing out with violence around the house, the apartment. It just means that it still happens and it happens all the time. And I just had this chat with my friend that you need to make sure that you are not getting too needy with people. You need to make sure that you're not complaining about food or money. You need to make sure that you are cleaning the apartment. You need to make sure that you're not fighting with your spouses. You need to make sure that you drink within moderation. You need to make sure that you're not going to get attacked by another man, because it's mostly men who attack other men. Men sometimes attack women as well. Unfortunately, I've been attacked, and I don't want to be attacked, but I've already been attacked. I was attacked by a Middle Eastern woman, and I did not like it. And then I was attacked again by a neighbor, and it's really, really scary. And that's not how this is supposed to go. Like, if you're trying to be happy where you live, then you just need to stay away from your neighbors, lock the doors, complain, find neighbors who are safe to be around, inform your neighbors of anything that happens, make sure everyone's still happy. But it's up to you and your family and your whānau to look after your own family and your own friends. But I wouldn't use violence. So if you're scared to talk to the neighbours about your safety standards, I would just say don't talk to them at all. Just make sure you find heaps of friends who you feel are safe. And then leave the other neighbours alone and let them do the same thing. So you're all going to find different groups of people that you deem healthy and fit and safe to be around. And if you feel like it's not the right people for you, then that's fine. You can always just let them find other people who they feel healthy around. But don't start seeking support from other people. If you're in a dangerous situation, you have every right to defend yourself. But you should really never have to do that, because it's crazy to think that you would have to do that. And it's crazy to think that you guys would constantly be thinking about your safety standards and how you are with everything. So it's just keeping things just chemically cleaned around the house. The whole house needs to be kept clean regularly. I've just cleaned the bathroom. I've wiped down all the mold from the ceiling, and I'm just about to clean the vent. If you want to come into the bathroom and watch me clean the vent, that will be fine. I'll just take the rag that I had. Was this the rag that I had, or did I just throw that into the wash? There's a rag here that I've been using and a rag here. So maybe I'll take this small cloth into the... Guys, I don't know what 67 means, but it doesn't sound very friendly, does it? hopefully it's not one of my neighbors being a dick, because we might not be friends, but you guys could be nice, a bit nicer. And then I'll, like, after saying that, I'll just have one of those really bad dreams where I feel like I'm paranoid because I talked about this, and then I'll get embarrassed. I'll go to bed and then I'll have a dream and I'll go, oh my god, I'm embarrassed about what I said. But sometimes I don't always feel 100% happy. And that's why I start talking about all this. Because I feel like there's so much crime and shit. And it's really annoying to have to deal with criminals and stuff. Honestly, it's like, go and do something, like maybe go and rob the Asian supermarket or something. It's not like we have any standards there. So anyway, sorry, I know that there's people like employing immigrants all the time from overseas, so I have to kind of stick with my Kiwi individuals here. Even if we're not friends, we should probably look after each other, don't you think? I just ordered my license because I had my wallet stolen. So I've just had that reordered, and that's arriving again. Everything's back up and running again. But I've got to do my autoimmunity cleanse. I'm thinking about just taking some vitamins or something and doing like an autoimmune cleanse, and then picking up like a bunch of dental hygiene products and doing like a video of what's the best toothpaste, and then also doing like a cleaning product haul where I go over the cleaning products. I probably won't do any videos for the cat where I like test out pet products, because I've already got her going, but she's looking really skinny at the moment and I'm not sure what's going on about her. Hi. I'm not sure what's going on with the cat at the moment because she looks sick, so I'm a little bit worried. But yeah, my autoimmunity's pretty good at the moment. I feel healthy. I do feel insecure though, but I don't believe in violence, guys. Like I said, anyone who's watching who's got a bit of a grudge, I don't believe in violence. I don't want to be attacked. I even gave up eating meat, like animal slaughter and stuff. I was vegan for like 6 years, and then I was vegetarian for like nine or 10 years. So for the most part I was vegetarian because I felt like veganism's too hard to keep up with. But like it was just because I wanted to clean out my stomach and my immune system, so I just did whatever made me feel better. But I don't mind eating meat now that I feel better. But like I have to treat my skin quite often because my face, I have like, if I eat too much sugar or I drink alcohol or something, my skin breaks out. And well, my skin actually breaks out into rashes and stuff. So I can't eat as much sugar, and why would I want to? I mean, like, people haven't taken their vaccinations and they're still going to work, and they're like still working at Burger King, and all the Kiwis and stuff keep avoiding their immunizations because they don't feel the need to. But like, yeah, there's heaps of people working in hospitality and stuff doing chefing, and they like don't have any of their vaccines, and they're like working in the kitchen and sweating and like delivering food to people. And it's like, I don't know if I should be going out and eating half the food. It's not because like I don't have any like money or right to. It's just the fact that the people that are working there don't look that great. They just don't look that healthy. Like, there was like, I went to a restaurant out in a rural area like a few weeks ago for my birthday, and it was nice, it was okay, but one of the chefs looked like really unclean. I couldn't tell where he came from, like what his ethnicity was, but like I didn't really want to, but I felt like the restaurant owners weren't actually doing anything about the staff. They were just kind of like letting them behave like that. So they should be getting them to do their autoimmunities and getting their shots. It should be mandatory. Some people choose to go without it. I would just say stay away from those people if you think you've got a friend or something that doesn't want, yeah, but if you feel like the people around you are healthy then and you've had your autoimmunity, then you should be okay, but you know that you have to get your autoimmunity checked like there's always going to be a vaccine coming out every 10 years, so you just need to be like, right, I'm going to make these friends and they're always going to be my friends, but as soon as they like don't do something, you don't have to hang around with those people anymore. That's totally fine. But the people that I spend time with at the moment are healthy people. They're healthy people who are secure, but what I'm not going to say who they are. You guys can make your own friends, drink, smoke, and do whatever you like. But first, I just want to make sure that the apartment's clean. Like, I didn't want to just move into the apartment and let it go, you know, completely, because I'll get sick. And the next person who moves in, there won't be any point in them moving in because they'll be sick too. It'll just be a bunch of people dying in these apartments. They'll just be dying one after another. So just keep that in mind. Like, why are you stealing from people in their cars and stuff when it's just one after another? People moving into these flats and drinking and dying. All the young people that have chosen not to get their vaccines, they just pile into these houses, they get pissed and they drink and they pass out and they die because they don't want to know what's going on. And like, have you guys ever worked in healthcare? I have. I've been to the hospitals. They're intelligently run, don't get me wrong. It's always good to visit your doctor or go to the hospital or the emergency room. Or if you've got like someone that you can get that comes to the house, or perhaps if you don't have access to a doctor, there's lots of doctors in prison. If you would like to go to prison and get arrested, you could go to the doctor and something. Or another good thing you could do is like drink bleach or something. I don't know. You could potentially drink some bleach, maybe that would help the situation. Who knows? But please don't keep tabs on my YouTube channel if you're gonna be a stink person. I don't know who you are. I don't know why you're putting threatening numbers on my channel. It looks like a Maori name. I don't know what 67 is supposed to mean. But I'm not 67. I'm 37. And I'm healthy and I'm fit. And I'm secure. And I deserve to be here. So it's not my problem that you guys choose not to do anything about your situations. I mean, go to the fucking doctor. Go and get your autoimmune injections. Take your Varnell with you. Like they said on the ads, take someone with you. If you don't want to go when there's white people there or other people there, then go when there's no one there. Go and talk to someone about it. Just go and talk to her fob about it or something. Like it's not that hard. Just stop making other people feel threatened though, because I was working for a Maori company, guys. It was a Maori company, like a cleaning company and a caregiving company for Maoris in Pacifica. And I got the job there instantly without even having to get screened, or like they instantly hired me. Like instantly, meaning I'm talking instantly. So they trusted me. So I still felt compromised though, because I didn't feel like you guys were really working on your share very well. And I don't mean you be earning heaps of money, I just mean like, I don't feel like since I got into the healthcare system that Maori and Pacifica were like doing anything about their autoimmunities and about their cleaning standards and stuff. But I went and visited some elderly in the Maori community, and it looked like they were being looked after, the elderly. But it's like the young people though, they don't seem to do the same. So it's like, yeah, I just feel like sometimes their parents can be, or their whānau can be really slack. It's like, I don't know guys, it's really hard, eh? Just please don't approach my vehicle again. I don't like having to go through this. I've got no empathy for crime. I've got no empathy for people anymore at this stage. You guys are going to have to rebuild your relationships with me or with people like me who are healthy. You guys need to be real, like, you guys need to look after your, like, health standards. And if you're not going to do that, then don't approach me or don't try to be my friend. Just leave me to grow my friendship circles with other people, I guess. Don't know what culture they'll be, but it really depends. It really depends on things that we talk about. Like, do you think even if you met a girl or a guy and he had been sleeping with a ton of girls and he never got his sexual health tested, that would be pretty bad. And a lot of men don't have their sexual health tested, but a lot of women, they do. They're forced to. And men just think, oh, I don't have to do anything, all I have to do is go to work and I'll be fit and healthy, or go to the gym and all of a sudden I'll be fit and healthy, and I'll wash my hands and have a shower and I'll be fit and healthy, and I'll eat Subway and it means I'll be fit and healthy, but it still isn't right. We still don't know. And a lot of people are in denial about their health and well-being, and right now I gave up for a wee while, but I know that I gave up because I can. Sometimes I can give up, and the reason why I can give up is because my immunity is so good. So sometimes I'll let the house become really unclean for a while so I can have a break, but when it gets really, really bad, I have to stop being lazy and start cleaning the apartment again. That makes sense. I hope that some of us can remain like virtually compatible, even if we're not like physically compatible. I hope that we can remain like virtually compatible. Just like me and my ex, he's Maori and Pacifica, and we're only just virtually compatible. Like we were compatible when we were teenagers because we went to the same school and he always looked out for me, or he avoided me, So I thought maybe he could still have some healthy emotions because he usually just tries to avoid situations. He's an introvert, but like he watches the channel. He's Maori in Pacifica, but yeah, I don't know where he is anymore. I don't know where he is, but he's always been really good. He was always really good to me. Like he's not violent. He's never been to jail. Um, but he has been burglarized before, so he gets upset. But his house was always really insecure and the locks never worked. So I left. But we moved in together for about a year, guys. And I couldn't handle it. I felt so small, and even though he was still really young and really funny and good to be around, I still felt frightened. So I broke up with him, and he said, "No, I don't think if you're frightened you should stay. I think that if you feel upset, you should leave the flat that we're in together and find your own place to live. Like if you can't move into social housing or whatever and keep yourself safe, then maybe you should move in with your family again." So yeah, we only lived together for like 1 year, but I enjoyed living in the flat that we were in, but obviously it didn't work out. And he was really good and really amazing, in fact, with me. We even went on like a retreat. Like, have you guys heard of a rainforest retreat? Can you believe that me being a pathetic little white girl, I made him go on like a rainforest retreat because I thought it would be like, well, it didn't actually rain though, but like I forced him to go and I shouldn't have done that because like he was like, I did enjoy it, but I did feel like it was like it made me feel really uncomfortable at the same time. And I was like, it's probably because no one from your culture was there. You're like the only black guy there. Maybe you should go on holiday or something back to like Samoa and then you'll feel better and then come home. I honestly don't know, but he used to have a weapon that he would hide under our bed when we'd go to sleep at night, just so that in case I attacked him or I was asleep and had a night terror, or in case somebody attacked us. But we did have a few people running up to the, because we lived up a long driveway. We were renting a 2-bedroom flat, and we had a young boy, like a little teenage boy, who was like, he was running up the street and he ran right up to the house and like knocked on the door. He's like 15 years old, like Justin Bieber. And he like knocked on the door and he was like, "Oh, dude, open the door, open the door, open the door." And my partner opened the door and he goes, "I think that you need to help me, man. You need to help me." He's like, "Can I come inside? Can I come inside?" Like Justin Bieber, he's like, "Can I come inside? Can I come inside? Like, is she all right with you?" And then he was like, "Okay, what's going on?" And the boy was like, "Oh, dude, I've just been running through the neighborhood, jumping fences, and I'm trying to get to the Palms to catch the bus to get to the other end of the city, but I'm getting chased by the cops. Can you please give me a ride? Can I jump in your car? Can you please give me a ride to the Palms real quick?" We're like in the middle of the city, living in the middle of the city. So like we jumped into the car. Oh, no, I stayed home and I locked the door because it was like getting close to dark. So he jumped in the car and then I stayed home and locked the door. And then I waited for my partner to get home. And my partner said it was fine. No, he didn't attack me and he didn't ask me that many questions. He just like was in the car with me, just sort of like fiddled a wee bit in the car and then like jumped out of the car and went, "Thanks, man," and just ran off. And then my partner got back into the car. Or like he was always in the car. He never left the car, but he drove the car back to our flat. And then I said, "I specifically asked you not to leave, I'm not going to play it like, like he thinks that I'm innocent. He thinks that I'm just going to be really scared all the time. But I said, I'm not happy with the way that you just allowed that boy into the car, and you shouldn't have done that. Um, I was hoping that maybe you would possibly even um, like tell him no. Um, and that's it, and just leave it at that. Um, and just say no, I can't leave. I'm not going to help you. If you're going to be running from the police, you just need to keep going, keep running, and hopefully wet the palms by yourself. Um, so, but my partner did not listen to me, and so I got really mad at him, and I threw my keys at the wall, and I said, "You haven't listened to me. You've been an absolute psycho, um, and you've let that teenage boy. You've answered the door, and he clearly said he was a criminal, and or that he was running from the police for some weird reason. And yeah, when I told you not to answer the door when he came to the door, I told you I know what this is, so please don't bother answering the door. It's you don't need to answer the door." But he's felt like he's like got home and he goes, "Oh, I really wanted to drive the new VW Beetle. I've got a new VW, like a new car, and I really enjoy driving it. So, I mean, I guess that's why I don't mind giving him a ride. I know that he's harmless. I know that I could take him, or not take him, but like diffuse the situation. My partner worked full time. He used to work at somewhere in Christchurch as an engineer or 3D engineer or something. So I thought that was really cool. But like, yeah, he didn't listen to me, and I started to feel threatened, and my autoimmunity started to disappear. So all that he was getting from me was me screaming at him because he lowered my autoimmunity. And when my autoimmunity gets violated like that, I start to take things really seriously. So if I'm yelling, and I said, "Look, I already told you when we started moved in together that I have to take iron tablets for my iron levels, and I also have to take thyroid tablets for my thyroid, my autoimmunity, because my body needs to cleanse itself while I'm alive. It may not be important to some people to like take vitamins and look after themselves, but if you're unhappy with your life, then hey, it's your fault, but don't drag me into it." So I just said, you've like proved yourself to be a safe person, and I never hesitated to believe that you were unsafe or safe, but obviously we're breaking up because you don't listen to me. So good luck. Maybe you need someone else in your life that might be more compatible with you, and maybe it's just because you might just tend to like listen to other people a bit better. Like there could be people that like your body naturally will listen to, and there's other people that like you will like your body will actually automatically tune certain things out. So it could just be like a natural thing that you guys get what I mean? Sometimes why you hear about things or see things, or for some reason you wonder why he never listens, and it's not because he's not listening or he doesn't know how to listen to people. It's probably because he already has an autoimmunity and a behavior that he doesn't listen to people like me, because there's other people that he gravitates to more. So it's not me and it's not him. It's just that we're the wrong people for each other. We're not right for each other. So yeah, that was someone that I dated after my long-term relationship, but we won't talk about that because that's really boring. So yeah, I don't know who I'm supposed to be with because I'm still single after all this time. It's been 6 years. So um, I went to the doctor after all that to get my mental health tested, and the doctor was like, I don't see that there's anything wrong with you, but I just think you need more exercise and to drink more water because you seem dehydrated and stressed. So, well, I told him what I thought, and he just said you're probably just stressed from having to go to work and finding a new partner and just the regular stuff that everyone goes through. So, I just left, and yeah, I was like, yeah, I'm probably just so used to my old partner because I was with him for a lot longer. I was with him for like 8 years, and I grew up with like people like him, um, so I knew him a lot better. But yeah, like we broke up after 8 years because we had people breaking and entering into the houses that we were living in, and I started to feel really unsafe. And I know that you're not supposed to tolerate that. Like, you're really not supposed to tolerate that. I know it's confusing for some people because some people think that violence is some people actually see violence as being like the answer to their situation, but it's not. So you've just got to be careful with other people because sometimes other people actually tend to think that violence is okay, but it's not. So yeah, the house is looking cleaner since I started the video. The kitchen is, the dishes are in the sink. The detergent is in the sink. The hot water is in the sink. The sink's all filled up with detergent. There's the detergent there. All the junk from the sofa has been removed. I've sprayed like a 99% bacteria, 99% germ-free laundry spray. It's a laundry spray that you spray around your laundry when it's washed, and it kills off any extra bacteria from like smells that linger around the house. What is the name? Where is the house? Who is in the house? My name is Mansoor. I can't walk. I am disabled. The house is in Malapuram. My sister can't walk either. My mother takes care of both of us. I love you. I'm so sorry to hear about your situation. That just sounds so terrible. I used to go and look after people who were disabled and couldn't walk and stuff. That was really scary because a lot of the places in around the city are quite like they're like there's no security guards because the security guards are really scared too, like scared to use violence in case like an attacker comes in deranged because like I said, if you don't get your immunity tested, if you don't have access to a doctor, and you don't at least go to the doctor once in your life to get your situation looked at, it could end up developing into a hardcore mental illness, and you could either end up suicidal or you could either turn into a schizophrenia or anything could happen to you if you don't look after your body. But I am one of those people who I like being a good person. I like looking after other people. And by looking after, I don't mean I don't like to threaten people and look after people. I mean, I like to actually keep people safe, keep myself safe, stay sane, have my injections. Sometimes people sometimes think that getting injections for things can sometimes scare their immunity if they think they're naturally healthy. Sometimes they think that it will scare them. But even all the people that are sick and have illnesses, they have to send nurses to your house and give you injections and stuff. So if you're a Maori or Pacifica, these support workers are out there, um, and they will come to your house. So just be aware that medical people, like nurses, community nurses and stuff, may come to your house. I'm no longer employed with Te Amo. So if you guys realize what the aim is, it's not too late to vote. It's not too late to go to the doctor. It's not too late to do your research. It's not too late to actually look after yourselves. Because if you're not doing that, it puts other people at risk. And if you're a person who's at risk and you prefer to be like one of those people who doesn't take care of themselves, I would just say you need to isolate yourself and try to stay away from people as much as possible. And that's what they say on all the adverts. So show your hairstyle, you look beautiful. What does auntie mean? I'm not related to you guys. But because you guys are so far away, it seems like it would be easier to deal with you guys because you're really far away. And I'm aware that somebody's commented on my channel from New Zealand, and it's a Maori name, and right now we're not on good terms. So I am on good terms with my family though, because they're Maori. Some of my friends are Maori as well. So actually my relatives, I do have iwi, or I do have, what do you call it? Is it iwi? Iwi? I don't know. I really don't know what you guys are called. That's why I joined the Maori company, because I didn't know what you guys are all about, and I'm just gonna do my own thing. And sorry if that offends anyone. I go through phases where I'll drink alcohol and then I'll have two drinks. Usually I don't go past three drinks, but it's hardly ever, it's only ever every few months I'll have three drinks. So it doesn't really register with my body. And that's why I do that, because I can. I do it because I can. I know that I can, because despite being a whingy, spoiled, complaining person who didn't ask to be born, I still look after myself, and I still drink responsibly if I drink. Everything I do in moderation, or I avoid the whole thing. So right now I need to take a diet because I've been eating takeaways, and takeaways are so disgusting, especially because all the places and shit are filled with such bad standards. Like I just said, that's why I came home and cleaned the apartment, because so many places are so gross right now. Like I said, I went out to a restaurant out in another county, and I was even though the food was okay and I didn't mind eating it, I did not finish it. I had a beer because I was ugh, need to drown my soul for a second. Because I looked into the restaurant window where the chefs are over about the kitchen, And I was like, there was one person in there, I was like, I don't know if I want to eat here again. Um, but there was also another chef in there who looked healthy. I've got no way to judge. I've got no way to say, I don't know if anyone here is immune. I don't know if anyone in these hospitality sections are immunized. I don't know if they're washing their hands. I don't know if they're showering. I don't know if they're like sleeping around or whatever it is. But yeah, sorry if that offends anyone. I know that like people get upset all the time, but hey, that's why the government's onto you guys. It's why it's the government's job to take responsibility for everyone, unfortunately. Like don't know, don't care. I don't know. Oh well, at least you guys are being friendly. I don't know what 67 or 67 means. Who's T. Ray Fada Palmer? What does that mean? There's like an equestrian marker or like Japanese symbol there with an A. But that's cool. Just subscribe to the channel because I've almost got 1,000 subscribers. You guys realize I've got like, I need like 50 people. Is there, by any chance, is there 50 people available to subscribe so my channel can hit 1K? Doesn't mean I'll get registered because I still have to accumulate the watch hours. And my apartment is not clean yet. I've still got to finish the dishes. I've still got to vacuum the floors. I've still got to bleach the lino, which is like the mop where you mop the floor. I've still got to bleach everything. I've still got to go over the curtains with a rag and some bleach. Well, not bleach. I won't use bleach on the curtains. I'll just use like a pet cleaning product. And then I'll use like maybe I'll potentially like go over the windows again and like maybe I'll remove the sheet and clean the sheet. I've just got some laundry to come out, but so far I've just kind of like gone all around the surfaces and wiped down all the surfaces with a window cleaner, and the cupboards have been wiped down, the bench tops have been wiped down, the windowsills have been wiped down, the bathroom has been wiped down. It's just a matter of like cleaning, like completing the last of the chores, which is like actually washing the dishes, the rest of the dishes and putting them away, and then maybe just stripping any other items from my surroundings and putting them in the machine, hanging out the washing that's been washed, and then maybe just like picking up everything off the floor so I can actually clean the floor. I've also got to empty the vacuum cleaner, so this might take me 2 days. So I've got started and I need to stay motivated because I've got to clean the light switches. Light switches has grubby fingerprints from me making coffee and hot chocolate for like the last several months. And I've just like, I'm trying to go through my old clothes and just like throw some clothing away. I don't think I'll donate any because I don't think they'll be any good. And if I do, I'll just put them in a bag and drop them off at the like cancer bins or something because I don't really want to put anything on Facebook. I don't feel like I'm ready to advertise my stuff on Facebook because I had my car broken into. So you look a little bit like an Indian. How are you, dear? I'm definitely not an Indian, and I definitely do not look like an Indian. I think you guys are just racist. But that's because I said something about the cafe that, or, well, a restaurant that may have had an Indian working there, and I was like, I don't know if he's like clean or not, but I'm eating the food, so, and I've got an autoimmune disease, so I have to be really careful. And I keep telling my mum, my body is like my body does not want to continuously like my body is just not continuously like wanting to have to deal with this. Like, um, it's not fair. But like anyway, the price you pay just to go out to dinner with your own mother, or the price you pay to go through the drive-through these days, just make sure that you wash your hands and that you have like a hot drink or something, guys. Just make sure you drink something. I was talking to one of my Maori neighbors the other day, and I was just saying like he came over and talked to me, and he just said, "Do you want to have a cup of tea?" So it was like, "No, I'm not coming up at the moment, but at least I know that you're drinking like hot beverages and stuff, like boil the water and drink the water." So as long as you're like, when you're at home, you're boiling the water and drink and actually making an effort to drink the water, guys. So that's just like what I need you guys to remember. People in my country just have to look after themselves. Well, it's not my country, but I am part of this country. Like it's still the government says that it is your country, or that it is my country. Like my country is New Zealand, because that's where I was born. Does it sound like I'm cussing? It sounds like I'm swearing, eh, when I say country. But like, yeah. So I've got like lots of tasks to complete. I've got like rubbish to remove and recycling to remove. The dump truck comes tomorrow morning and picks up all the recycling and takes it away, or the rubbish, and then I'll just fill the rubbish again, and then I'll go through the house and just check that I've got everything ready to go for the next removal, and then I can slowly get on top of things and just relax for a bit. Maybe I'll even cut down on recycling and rubbish in general, so that I can like not have to deal with it so much, because I actually hate cleaning and I'm forced to do it. Like I hate cleaning, but I have to do it. Like I really am not ready to face my reality yet. But like I said, I've been working for 20 years. I've been looking after myself because I have to, as part of my job requirements. So I'll have to go and start looking for work again, because my career is not over. I can still go to work. I have friends that are my age that are only just getting jobs and things like that. It's still possible for me. I need the support. So I'll be going and practicing coffees at school tomorrow night. And then I'll also be going to meet a case manager at another office and just talking about like my progress and everything and how I'm doing and how I'm going. This is like some new office that's opened. It's sort of set apart from the regular work and income offices, if you guys follow me. So it's like just a wee place that I go to that is run by the same people, the same government, like the same welfare office, but like it's an office in another street that's not labeled, it's got another name. So I go there and it's private, and we're just talking about like things privately. So just be aware that I'm being identified in a private situation, because I requested that, and they send other people there from different cultures. There's like Maori, Pacifica, Indian, like Pākehā, that go to the office. But I'm having private meetings as well as going to the group ones, and we're just talking about everything. And like I'm just saying like, what should I do next? Because sometimes I feel like switching careers is one of the scariest things I've ever had to do, because I've switched careers 3 times. I've gone from working in like looking after kids, working in retail in the mall, and then I switched to horticulture and like working in glass houses for a while. And then I switched to healthcare industry and became a caregiver. So I did that, and I did every job for at least 5 years. So 5 years in retail, because it's like 5 years in kindergarten and school, 5 years in high school, 5 years in retail, 5 years in horticulture, and then 5 more years in health, the healthcare industry. So I've spent 5 years at each like in each institution, and now I feel like I'm institutionalized in social housing, but I'm starting to feel like I want to go back to work. And like I've been studying, I've just got my level 2 certificate in hospitality, so I can work in bars, cafes, and restaurants, and elderly homes, which I already have been. But I've got my autoimmunity, my injections are done, my sexual health is up to date. Everything is going really well for me. I haven't had a partner for 6 years, so they know that like I'm safe to be around and I'm not in any arguments and I don't have any criminal convictions, and that I'm looking after the environment that I live in. I'm doing everything humanly possible and making friends and new friends and stuff, and keeping in touch with old friends and family. But I have to figure out how I'm going to find a job. I'm working on it. It's going really well. Um, and wish me luck. Wish me luck, wish me luck, wish me luck. Actually, the question box is hiding your face. That's why I thought you're Indian. Well, Indians are quite interesting people, and I had an Indian friend that I met a year or two ago in the hiking group, and I really enjoyed her company. She's really like nice girl, really pretty. She gave me like food and milk. But I reckon that we became friends because I used to work as a caregiver. I used to work in like an Indian house. So I think that's why we like became friends. Plus, I used to watch a lot of pop music videos. Have you guys heard of Basement Jacks? They'll do like an Indian dances where they're all dressed in their like Indian clothing, and they're like, "You used to be my Romeo, whoa, whoa, hey, oh. You used to be my Romeo, whoa, whoa, hey, oh." That's why I was talking about my ex, the guy that I was with for 1 year, because he was like Samoan and Maori, but he kind of looked like an Indian or a Mexican as well. Like, I don't know why, because he just sometimes he just had this look about him that he looked like not only was he Maori and Samoan, but he also kind of looked like he could pass for a Mexican or an Indian. And so I was like, I have to have Romeo as well. I got my white Romeo and my black Romeo, but I actually just need to choose one Romeo, really. It's really hard to choose though, because everyone's so non-committal these days. I don't want to be like that. But yeah, I used to go, used to be my Romeo, whoa, whoa. Sometimes like I will take the piss out of my partners because well, I need them to have sense of humor. So I don't just want to be with someone who doesn't even can't even have a sense of humor. But anyway, we still talk, but only virtually. So, I'm okay with that. I don't know if I should have a partner. I think it would be good if I did. Or I think it would be good if I had male friends in my life that still felt comfortable with being around me. Like male and female friendships. Doesn't have to lead to sex. It doesn't always lead to sex, but it's just healthy for your like mind and your body to have like people that you interact with. Sometimes you need to go to like the shop or the supermarket or the cafes or the gym or certain hobbyist groups just to get like your culture, just to feed your mind and be around like healthy women and healthy men and stuff. or you could do like FaceTime, or you could do like what could you guys do, to keep things going for yourself? Things like that. They said to do those things in lockdown. I had one when I was in lockdown. I was dating another guy after the guy that I was telling you about. I was dating another guy. He was a European Pākehā guy from a different city, and we dated for like a few months, but it didn't really work out. I won't say why, but like yeah, I tried getting involved with more hobbies and stuff, and it was pretty good. I'm really easy to be around. Um, but yeah, what was I gonna say? I can't remember what I was gonna say. But yeah, we went on a road trip together. We did all the normal stuff that you do when you meet someone. Like like a road trip and things like that. We did all that. It was fun. But like at the end of the day, we broke up and then everyone went into lockdown. And I was like, oh, I just feel like so used right now. Like I grew up with a really big family and we come from different cultures and all that. I just feel like I just need a minute because I've been fighting with people and arguing with people and stuff. I just don't want to fight and don't want to argue. So I just like needed a minute, needed some space. So like we like don't talk to each other, but like I'm not blocked or anything from any of my partners, and I don't bother them. Like I don't really talk to them or anything. I wouldn't shake the apple tree too much if that makes sense. I just sort of like don't want to create any dramas and stuff. But I felt like we were like I could still date people or meet people. Just making friends is fine too. Doesn't always lead anywhere. Sometimes it does. It just depends whether you feel compatible or not. Um, but yeah, I felt like yellow. I felt like yeah, like I felt like yeah, I could talk to one blue in the face, but like yeah, I was just gonna say that what was I gonna say about my date? Oh, we went into lockdown. That's right. We went into lockdown, and one of my other friends had a app, and he said we're all gonna do like a video call, and we're all gonna drink like a few drinks each at our own houses, and like we'll just call it the house party app, where it's like you're all at home in your own individual houses and you've got your own box on the screen like that, and we can just talk about like funny childish things. Well, nobody's going to work at the moment. I was still going to work, but I took the weekend off because I had to. It was part of my job regulations was that I still had to go out into the community and perform healthcare tasks and stuff like that. So I was really lucky. But I took the weekend off and jumped onto the house party app and had a few drinks and talked to the people in the group, and they were like really nice to me. And I was like, not sure who to talk to and who to avoid because like I don't want to get into any fights or kerfuffles online, even if it's just verbal stuff. Like it's just not nice for the brain. But yeah, somebody said, "Oh, girls, girls, girls." They pointed to the guy in the group and they said, "Girls, girls, girls," because they're all from like the same primary school. They said, "Girls, girls, girls, put your hand up if you ever had a crush on this guy here." And I was just like, I'm not going to put my hand up because I'll probably get bullied. But I said, yeah, well, I didn't say yes, but I was like, well, I might as well say yes. I don't care. Like, we've been friends our whole lives, and they're all really nice people, and they're all like really attractive people and stuff. So, of course, I'd have a crush on them, but it doesn't always lead to relationships. But for the most part, it has. It has led to relationships. Like they're people I've known from primary school and high school and beyond. So it's like safety paramount. So yeah, I would say yes, but you don't have to have anything to worry about. But if we meet again at some stage, if we meet any of these people again and they still feel like they want to be my friend, I'd like love to be their friend. But if they're like super busy and it doesn't like always end up being friends, I'll understand all that as well. But like I said, I'm open to any of that. I said I'm open to having emotional connections, healthy emotional connections, I guess, or like supportive friendships at the least, and maybe even like eventually spending time with friends or going to parties, or maybe eventually even meeting new people, or even meeting the same people again and having relationships with them again. But I know that I've been advised to just let them be, because a lot of them are in relationships again. Not all of my friends are single. If any of my friends become single again and they want to meet me, then I would like to do that. I don't know how far it'll go, if it'll go anywhere, but like, hey, I'm not completely shut down, like I'm not dead, is what I mean. Do you think that's what I mean? Is hello, I'm still here. I'm not dead. I shouldn't say the word dead, but I'm not. I still exist. I'm still here, but I'm not like. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't feel like I should be restricted completely because I'm not a criminal. I'm a healthy person and I'm trying to fight for my life just to remain and have healthy friendships and remain in the right stream of people. And like, of course I still love all those people and care about all those people, and I might not see them, but if I did, I'd still love them and care about them and have relationships and stuff. But I know I need to stay silent about like actual relationships, like actual physical relationships, like commitment, like sex and stuff like that, and dating. Please keep silent. Master of climbing. So you guys are picking up on the fact that other people do get uncomfortable with the fact that they're being talked about. And we do realize that it's really interesting to listen to things like this, but at the same time, those people might not feel that comfortable. And that's why we use private apps and we don't record it, we don't save the videos, we don't watch them back. But you guys know I'm just trying to give you the best advice I can. And there's places out there, there's people and places out there that can help you if you want to get into a relationship or a group, or you need something. There are people out there that will help you. So just, yeah, don't get scared because it's too early for that. Like, it's too soon to get frightened and scared, because when you start to get really frightened and really scared, sometimes bad things happen to you, because the thing that you need to do for people instead of hurting them and not looking after them is just actually be patient with them and just talk to them, talk to somebody, make sure that you feel safe and calm and happy, and that anyone who you're talking to and you're getting to know a new person, just make sure that like you're really honest with them and really strict with yourself, and you just follow your own boundaries that and guidelines that are given to you early on. So goes if you're a male and you're wanting to feel more understood and happier with your life, then you should do the same thing with your friends. Maybe join a talk group for men. Don't really think it's a good idea to always be talking to strange women on the internet. But if you guys are already friends and you've developed a friendship and you're like compatible, then you guys can talk. But yeah, join me on Instagram there's not really anything going on Instagram. I'm not really into I'm not that heavily into social media, but I do have a dating site that I started on Facebook. It's just a crappy dating site that I started on Facebook, but my friend just opened a bar after I opened the page. So I opened the page and then he opened a bar. Coincidentally, my friend has opened a bar and said, we can have all the people on your singles page can come to the bar and drink at the bar. And then we've got security there and we'll just make it every Friday night as singles night so that if any of them want to come to the bar, if they're getting really trapped, then they can just come to the bar or they can talk to people online. And if you guys is feeling unsafe, just come to the bar and then just comment on the page and tell us about your experience because it's free. It's completely free. There's security there. It's completely free. It's not like you have to pay money and a membership fee and start to feel like you're an outcast and stuff like that. We never want to do that to people. And if you feel like that's how you are and that's what you prefer to do, then maybe you can just go to Instagram dating events and make your group small and keep certain people out. But I guess you guys only do that because that's how you feel safe and comfortable. And I've actually been to all of them. I've been to Instagram dating. I've been to all of those bars. And I've been to meetup groups on the Meetup app, Christchurch Meetup, dating for vegans. I've been to vegan dating groups. I've been to Cupid services. I even spoke to the lady who opened up the matchmaking thing out in Maryvale or Rangiora or something. She charges a membership fee. I had another lady reach out to me online and say, oh, I've just opened another online business. I said, I know, but I've already done an online program. It cost me thousands of dollars. This was when I first became a caregiver. I spent some money on a life coach. It was way too expensive, by the way. But and I don't even know if it's helped me because obviously I'm in the situation where one of the things I would have needed my life coach and the other girls in the support group to help me with is finding a job in hospitality. Even if it was just making coffee and getting paid 3 days a week or 2 days a week, it's just like that's the choice that I'm making at the moment. It might not be the best choice, but it's still a nice job, a nice thing to do. It's not like I have oodles of cash in reserve or anything. It's like I can suddenly just buy my own food truck or anything like that because I just don't have the security or the life standards to figure that out. And even if I did, I have to learn how to maintain it. So it's a real big undertaking buying a coffee cart. They're really expensive. It's like $10,000 just for a coffee cart. You have to have a vehicle with a tow bar. You have to have a vehicle that can actually handle the weight of the trailer. You actually have to have somewhere to store the trailer. You have to pay for the license and registration fees of the trailer. And you have to, there's a whole process you have to go through just to buy your own coffee cart. And then on top of that, you have to figure out how to pay the taxes. People sometimes go and buy coffee carts and get all the registrations done, but then they have to maintain the invoices for all the products they have to buy, and they have to spend their own money, and hopefully that people will buy coffee and they can put it towards, it builds up over time and you can just keep replacing all the pantry items and stuff that you use. Like sometimes you can buy a coffee cart that has a coffee machine in the coffee cart already. So you could just pay $10,000 for the coffee cart and the machine if you find the right buyer, or if you feel like you've got the skill set and the ability to work in a trailer and store a trailer and do all those things, then you might find somebody that will actually pay for you to work in the trailer, or for you to you get a discounted price. Like maybe you could find someone who has a bit more money, and they might fund it for you. So you could buy a trailer for $5,000 second hand, but everything will work like it's brand new. But you guys, it's because you have to have all the skill sets, and all the right things have to be paid for, and then you've got to have like the property to maintain the you've got to maintain all the products inside the you've got to maintain like all, all the functions of the machinery. You've got to have a secure environment so that it doesn't get stolen. You've got to have insurance as well. You have to write down everything that you would need to do before you would be able to buy that. And obviously the fact that you have to figure out how to do your own taxes. And that's not always easy. But there is an app you can use, and you can also go to the ministry of the department, the social department ministry or whatever, and just go and see them and say, hey, I wanted to do this, and I just want to talk to you about it, and I just want to see like how I'd be able to do my own taxes. Would I, would you guys do the taxes for me, or would you expect me to do my own taxes and then send it to you to do my taxes? Because I don't know if I'll be able to live off the money that I make from running a coffee cart. I don't know that. But it's always a fun thing to think about if you're interested. But yeah, keep quiet. I will leave. Where are you from? Anyway, I've got to go. Hello. Thanks for giving me the thumbs up. Please subscribe to the channel, and take care. See you later. I'll upload this to the channel, and then you guys can watch it again, and then I'll either let you guys watch it and I'll read through the comments, or I'll just leave it there, or I might delete it later. I don't know. But thank you for watching and helping me accumulate watch hours, and we can do like we can have a bit more fun. We don't always have to, it doesn't always have to be about cleaning the apartment. It doesn't always have to be about like that, or the cleaning or the health products and stuff, but mostly you guys know that I mostly like to go to the op shops and pick up clothing, and go to the chemist warehouse and pick up like soaps and beauty products. And you guys seem to really like the coffee videos of when I made coffee, but I don't always do that. But if I do, I'll let you know. Okay, take care.